Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim wa salatu wa salam. No, I'm just joking. I'm not giving no khutbah. Alright. This piece is called Conflict. I wrote this a while ago. It's ironic because it relates to, what's going on in the Middle East, the Arab Spring and whatnot. So you guys can hopefully put it into perspective. There's a conflict about to rise, so why won't y'all recognize? Don't close your eyes and hide, otherwise we're gonna get swiped away like flies. They're watching you like spies and feeding the people with lies. Just make sure no one dies. Just make sure no one dies. Please see what's going around you. These Zionists are trying to blind you, making you do things that are not about you, only about them climbing up to control you. We gotta do what's good for our people, make the nations come together, because this conflict might go on forever. But it's better late than never. We can't proceed with all these factions creating conflict amongst each other, dividing us over the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All this put on by the New World Order, and all we do is sit back and wait for us to be buried alive. Can't do that, homie, because time is our greatest enemy. They know that, and that's why they're not even showing any sympathy, making life difficult to survive. Do you understand that everything is recorded in the angels' archives? Only if we knew, then there would only be a few sinning, working hard to thrive by the Prophet's sayings. So in my opinion, there's only one answer to this conflict. Live and die by the Holy Quran. And yes, you got yourself a remedy. So listen to this melody. There's a conflict about to rise, so why won't y'all recognize? Don't close your eyes and hide, otherwise we're gonna get swiped away like flies. They're watching you like spies and feeding the people with lies. Just make sure no one dies. Just make sure no one dies. These days, aren't things a little bit strange? That's why we have to bring about change. Before they say, game over, flip the page. Make sure it happens while they stay in our range. It's about time for them to move over. Enough of all this drama. What? You don't hear the mamas in the Holy Land crying? Their loved ones bleeding from the pain. Their children dying. And they still are trying to bury them in the sand. Come on, people. We have to join hands to stop the atrocities that are occurring against the innocent lives. What are we going to do to stop this conflict that's about to rise? Are we going to let it reach the end of a nation's demise? So come on, people. I need y'all to rise. Once we become our own band, we'll be able to demand, give back what's rightfully ours. Don't want to, it doesn't matter. But you should know, on that hour, the day of judgment, y'all are the one that's going to be running. Because Allah is always watching, always watching. What's with all this facade? Making the people go ill, mad. Tell me, does it have to be this bad? Is it right to make a helpless people sad? Listen, I'm just a young lad. All I'm trying to do is bring about awareness, so all of us won't be left hopeless, because there is a conflict about to rise. Tell me, does it have to lead to this conflict we're witnessing today, where the people can't even say what they want to say, living day to day? My answer to them, nay. They are hurting innocent people for no cause. So I want y'all to pause. Look at ourselves before we start blaming others for our shortcomings. Our actions are causing all these mishappenings. But in spite of all this, there's only one thing I see that'll turn the tide, and that is we, as Muslims, gotta come together, put aside all adversity, and just unite.